Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Muhammad Iskandar bin Wani Roza. My matrix number is UDA 210133. Now look at those culture influence our thinking in making decision in life. First of all, it is frequently a hot topic in this era of globalization and the conversation of people. Also, and social media is frequently about culture influencing our thinking in life. Culture refer to human sociality, social behavior and norm. In anthropology, culture is regarded as a key concept encompassing various phenomena transmitted through social learning in human sociality. The question is whether or not culture influence our decision making in life. Okay, culture, in my opinion, can have an impact on decision making because everyone has advantage and disadvantage. Culture diversity within a country or state also contribute to culture. Culture also has an impact on whether or not person make a mistake when executing or making decision. Culture also influence person decision to attend a distant university and start new life in a new location. And also our countries have many culture in various location and culture. Culture also has a strong influence on decision making. Okay, because people will follow the culture of where they live, and those who are familiar with the culture will experience culture shock. Okay, now look at result. As a result, social culture practice should be prevalent in all aspects of life. This is due to the fact the country development today is also influenced by social culture change change in the population. As a caring society, we must uphold the Malay social culture civilization. To summarize, every citizen is responsible for recognizing and learning about our country culture diversity. What is important in this case? Yes, this is important because that every citizen for understand and accept culture diversity with an open heart. Okay. Every citizen desire to protect our country will always keep in safe. Furthermore, the educational system provide a foundation for understanding culture diversity. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Reza Fariha Azarin binti Muhammad Zainul Rizal. Matric number UDA 210144. Today I am going to share my opinions and findings regarding to my topic, which is, has the use of technology made us more dependent or independent thinkers or both? In my opinion, technology has made our society both thinkers, dependent and independent. Why I said this so? Because for dependent thinkers, it will affect on our social human thinking now. To socialize only depends hopefully on technology. For example, the invention of social media like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram has enabled people to interact with thousands of other humans whom they do not even know. You can form an entire social circle of friends online whom you have never met in person. Secondly, it makes us dependent thinkers think to communicate with each other. In the old days, to communicate over long distance was indeed difficult, but advanced technology now makes us can rely on it. Now, the telephone enable people to communicate with one another without having to be in the same place at the same time. Smartphones have enabled people to call, text, and even video chat with one another. Lastly, it affects on how we research. Technology helps us to rely hopefully on the internet because it's essentially an infinite source of information, making it easier than ever to conduct research and educate ourselves. As evident that our society is dependent thinkers on the use of technology is, we feel that nothing can be done without the internet. You lose track of time when you are online. You are addicted to your mobile phone. You feel anxious without connection. You find it difficult to sleep. You don't go out enough. And the worst of all is you lack human contact, making your social skills poor. Next, independent thinking is the process of making sense of the world through your own observation and experiences rather than relying on the words of others. It is the ability to trust your own judgment even if they differ from what others say or believe. For independent thinkers, the use of technology also helps us a lot to become a smarter person, allow us to do individual learning, and have their own stand on something or action. For individual learning, such as students like us, one of the best solutions is technology. The ways in which technology can help learners gain more independence is technology makes learning easier. Many learning tips can be found on the internet. They are educational videos, apps, and many of other tools available to help students learn more effectively. Students can gain practical knowledge by reading books, specific blogs, watching tutorials, and using apps related to the topic. As the world is changing in a more sophisticated direction, our society is now becoming an independent thinker. This is because technology now helps us to be a smarter person and have our own opinions and views. For example, technology provides instant access to information. As an independent learner, we must be current with the concept we are learning, otherwise, we will be unable to compete. With this technology, we can find our own information easily and can also add to our knowledge. Technology now allows us to be independent thinkers on things, as we each have different opinions and views. Some people have a positive outlook, but some do not. Similar to opinion, some agree and some disagree. That's why I say technology can make a person an independent thinker. As conclusion of all, I think that the use of this technology makes a person dependent and also an independent thinker. Besides that, there are certainly pros and cons to this. And lastly, with this society of dependent and independent thinkers, then the world can now create a variety of creativity, share opinions, and the use of technology becomes wider and more useful in the future. That is all for my explanation and opinions for this topic. Thank you.
Purpose behind the functions of homework in etching learnings. With the research I have got, homework can help us to relearn what we have learned at school more clearly and more understand. The next one is homework also can give you opportunity to memorize and learn more deeply about the subjects. Okay, the next one is as you know, homework can give us to do a beneficially thing in a free times, better than you do not benefit things like playing handphones, sleep and so on. Okay, the next one is homework also gives you opportunity to learn about a next topic, because sometimes the homework that you do relate to the next topic that you have to learn with your teacher. So it can give you opportunity to learn about the next topics. Next, as you know, with the good environment can give student more understand about the thing that he learns. So when teacher give you homework to do at home, you can get a good environment, because home is your good environment. So when you do homework at home, it can give you more benefits, because with a good environment can give you more idea, you can be more creative, and sometimes student can be more understands because the environment is good. Okay, the next one is it also can give you opportunity when you do some homework at home, gives you opportunity to set some things, to learn something with more resources. Like when you at home, you have a handphones, you have a laptop, you have a books, you have reference book, you have dictionary. So when you at home, it gives you a benefit to have more resources. When you have a lot of resources to make homework, it gives you opportunity to learn something new, to give you more informations. When you learn on websites, like website, you can learn on websites. It gives you a benefits because it can give you more informations. When you at school, your sources is only teacher. When you at home, you get a lot of sources like websites, dictionary, reference books, and a lot of. So when you learn at home, it gives you opportunity to do some research. Like when you get some idea with teacher, when you at home, you can get more idea with the sources that you have at home. Okay, the next one is besides that, I think some teacher will make this as her opportunity to give a lot of homework to student. I think this is not good, because student learn in one day not only one subject, but student will learn 3 to 5 subjects in one day. So when teacher give a lot of homework in one subject, it will put a pressure on student, because when one teacher will give you homework, then the next teacher also give you homework, give a student homework. So it have make pressure on student, thinks that, oh my god, a lot of homework that we have to do in one day, because a lot of things we have learned in one day. So it will make student tired and pressure, and make student feel like, I don't want to do the homework anymore, because the homework is too lot for them. Okay, so finally we can see that homework gives you a lot of benefit and a lot of opportunity. So I think we as human in this world, I think we have to support about this, because with the homework that teacher give, it will make a lot of benefits and a lot of opportunity to student learn something new, learn to be a better student. So I think we have to support this, because it can make student more disciplined and not lazy anymore. So
Good
yeah.
morning, madam, and welcome to my presentation. My name is Nur Aisha Tufarzana binti Bayuna. My matrix number is UDA 210058. The topic of my presentation is what does the word evolution mean in academic, and how does it impact students and teachers in this era. First of all, I will tell to you about the definition is thinking about evolution, which refers to a species that evolves over time. However, it is only used in academic context, because learning not only emphasizes the value of learning, but also focuses on the growth of education evaluation. Teachers have an important role in guiding students, and because learning conditions evolve, evaluation can produce understanding students. Teachers must take to the proper approach to teaching material and learning methods. Since we all know the Malaysia education system in particular continues to evolve in the direction of improvement, beginning with the basic and secondary school of culminating with the introduction of IPT, is institution of high learning. One of the aspects of the teacher evolution is that it is a continuous process from the beginning of the teacher's career until the end of the education service period. Only a person can truly comprehend a teacher development process and guide himself through challenges activities, and one of the customers of teachers' evolution is a change in perspective on teaching. Teacher-student relationship and classroom management as teachers gain a better understanding of the concept of teachers' effectiveness. As a result of progressive literature and growth, we can say that the teacher educator who desire to study career will adequately experience a movement in their belief for less knowledgeable to knowledgeable, and along with their incredible speed at which technological and mental abilities improve. We can explain that these situations such as after in pandemic, the teaching and learning at home we call the PDPR procedure temporarily replaced the face-to-face schooling sessions. A teacher who previously uses blackboard and chalk, we upgrade to the whiteboard and pen. As I said at the beginning, PDPR has evolved into a system that is not just user emulation but is being used all around the world. The evolution of the internet for students is one of the techniques of lifelong education facilitated by electronic networks and the notions of electronic learning or e-learning. Finally, I will tell to you about the e-learning or mobile learning. It's another term for e-learning with the information management facility. Individuals can learn over the internet in a number of ways. E-learning can also be referred to as mobile learning. Individuals can learn in a variety of ways on the internet because to information management tools. And e-learning can also be referred to as mobile learning. E-learning can take place informally as a source of knowledge management and a virtual discussion forum, or formally by following a specific curriculum offered by the institution or university. To conclude, I'd like to say there is no doubting that education is improving and maturation and growing because students can better control their learning through collaborative, interactive, and private learning options using e-learning. Because electronic media create a learning environment based on just instant concepts and competition like anywhere, anytime, anybody. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention and your time.
Hello everyone, I am glad to have this opportunity to present my task. Before I start, let me introduce myself first. My name is Tan Kai and my matrix number is UDA210101. Today I will explain how technology has influenced our perceptions of the world being healthy in this era. We are surrounded by a number of technological devices, from our own laptops, tablets, and phones to technology that advance medical, research, and education behind the scenes. Technology will never go away, but it will continue to evolve and expand. Each new technological advancement have the potential to enhance people's life. However, it might have a negative impact on physical and emotional health in some cases. There are a few negative effects on technology on health. The first one, digital eye strain. Digital eye strain can be caused by continuous usage of computer, tablet, and cell phones. Blue vision, dry eyes, headache, and neck and shoulder pains are all symptoms of digital eye strain. For the second, musculoskeletal problem. When we use a smartphone, we are likely to keep our head in an upward forward-leaning positions. Our neck, shoulder, and spine are all put under a lot of strain in these positions. For the third one, disrupted sleep. A healthy night's sleep is essential for particularly all physical functions. However, using a laptop, tablet, or cell phone right before bed might interfere with our ability to fall asleep. This is because the so-called blue light emitted by smartphone might cause us to become more awake and alert our sleep cycle. Furthermore, Digital device activities might be distracting, making us less sleep ready. As a consequence, people might become involved in their electronic and use it much beyond their sleep. It also has some negative effect on technology on kids. Children can benefit some screen time, but it should not replace our other important learning opportunities, including playtime. Like adults, children who spend a lot of time on digital devices can experience symptoms of eye strain. Children who overuse technology may be more likely to experience issues including lack of attention, low academic performance, low creative, poor sleep quality, and delays in language development. Technology is not all bad, it also has a good influence on our health in a number of different ways. Digital gadgets or applications, for example, it can assist us improving our diet, tracking our fitness activities, and acting as a reminder to get up and move take our medications. In addition, technology assists medical providers in providing better health care, improving patient connections, and delivering medical findings directly to patients first. Virtual medical meetings, such as video and phone consultations, are a good example, especially during COVID times. Patients can obtain test results and fill medications using online medical records. In conclusion, technology is a part of contemporary life, and computer usage have both beneficial and bad consequences on human health. Setting reasonable limits on screen time, maintaining proper posture, taking regular break times, and being active can all assist to reduce the negative effect of technology on health. That's all for today. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. First of all, my name is Muhammad Ilman Shafi'i and my matrix number is UDA210092. Okay, today the issue I would like to talk is, should free education be made mandatory in all universities in order to increase literacy in every citizen? First thing that you must know is education has a positive benefit for the rest of the society. If a university education is left to the market forces, there may be under provision and the economy may suffer from a lack skilled graduate. Furthermore, in the free market, higher education would become the preserve of the wealthy families that who can afford to send their children to the university, and last, there are strong cases for the government providing higher education free at the point of use. Now, we jump into the argument for the free university education, where today I can divide it into the three main points here. First is the positive externalities of the higher education. Second is the equality, and last, education is a merit good. First, positive externality of the higher education. Generally, university education does offer some external benefit to society. Higher education leads to a more educated and productive workforce. Countries with a high rate of the university education usually have a higher level of innovation and a productivity growth. Therefore, there is a justification for the government subsidizing higher education. Second, equality. There is also a powerful argument that university education should be free to ensure the equality of the opportunity. If then, in theory, students could take out the loans or work as a part-time, but this may be sufficient to discourage students from studying and instead may enter the job market earlier. And last but not least, the education is a merit good. One characteristic of a merit good is that people may underestimate the benefit of the studying and undervalue higher education. Government provision can encourage people to study. Okay, now the arguments against a free university education. Actually, do we have too many graduates? In recent decades, there have been a rapid rise in the number of the graduates, but many graduates are now leaving universities to take a job, which don't require a degree. A study by the ONS found that nearly 50% of the workers who left the university in the past 5 years and doing the job which didn't require a degree. Therefore, is it a mistake to continue to fund the public expansion of the university education because the economy doesn't need more graduate as much as a people vocational skills? Second, makes people value education more. If a people have to go to the university, you could argue that they would have an education more. If a higher education is free, it may encourage students to take an easy 3 years of the relaxation. Okay, today, and last but not least, I would like to share of 5 reasons that support the case for the debt-free education. First is the improved society. When people are more educated, they can solve problems better. This means the society can progress at a faster rate. Additionally, people with the education can better understand the history of their society and its current economic condition, such as they may be more inclined into the participate in politics and also improve their country. The second, workforce. Along with the technological progression comes a shift in the workforce. Most automated jobs are replacing low-skilled workers. Automation is spreading quickly across positions that require repetition, like back office tasks. Yeah, that's an example. 3. A boosted economy. Most students graduate with a massive amount of debt. For example, in the United States, the average student debt per person is around $31,172. When students graduate with debt, they will likely continue to add to their debt with interest, such as it can take many years before they manage to dig themselves out of their debt that only seems to keep growing. In the meantime, this delays spending on the such thing as buying a house and also a car. Okay. 4. Increase equality. Since affordability is a major issue for so many people, when it comes to attending college, their playing field and had always been equal. And last but not least, to wrap up my argument here, I would like to say that the government makes to give the free education for the student. Because why? Because we are the future on the next 5 years again. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum madam and good afternoon. My name is Mio Muhammad Dini bin Sharizal. My matrix number UDA 210150. So today, I want to talk about whether the film genre influence how young people think and act in real life. So first of all, the issue that I want to present today is very important because it involves young people in our society, and in my opinion, whether the genre of film affect the way young people think and act in reality is true. The reason I say so is that in this advanced era, there are young people, almost specifically Generation Z, who are often easily influenced by the things they see. Among them is our own film industry. In the view of the older generation, the content they want to convey in a film is a lesson for them to learn from, but the young community does not think so. They think that the content of the film to be presented is a more fabrication and is only shown to entertain the audience who come to see the film. In fact, they are easily influenced and start acting in reality. An example we can see is in young people aged 10 until 12 years old. These people are often exposed to movies that they should not see, and because of that, issues arise such as couple doing bad deeds and others. This make their thinking incorrect when doing something. But young people who are 17 years old and older do not run away from such things. An example we can see is from a crime-related movie like rampage or robbery. They are quick to judge a person without any proposal. In fact, they continue to punish offenders by beating them or making criticism on social media. All because of the influence of such films has changed the perception and thinking of society related to the world of reality and action according to emotion. So, in conclusion, it is not wrong to use the content of the film as an example and lesson to the community, but as young people, we should not be influenced by things like that. Let alone act on them. On the other hand, parents need to monitor their children to prevent them from doing things they do not want to do and from watching movies that are not suitable for their age. So that's all. That's all for me about the genre of movies influence the way the young think and act in reality. Thank you, madam, for your attention. Bye. Saranghe.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Madam. My name is Muhammad Ali Fizat bin Jafri and my matrix number is UDA 210145. Okay, for my question is, do the social platforms like Facebook, Instagram or Twitter represent a great mode of communication to share our ideas and views? The answer is yes. Social media is an internet-based form of communication. Social media platforms allow users to have conversations, share information, and create web content. There are many forms of social media, including blogs, microblogs, wikis, social networking sites, photo sharing sites, instant messaging, video sharing sites, podcasts, widgets, virtual worlds, and so many more. So next, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter can be very helpful in communicating our ideas and views. The technology is getting more advanced from day to day. So many application developers use this opportunity to build brand new and advanced social platforms. These social platforms are built with easy and simple and easy to use system that everyone can access, including the elders and the kids. For an instance, Facebook and Instagram have special feature that enables the users to go live and talk with the online audience. Except from that, people can post their opinions and ideas online through words and voice messages, such as in the Twitter apps. And last but not least, through this limitless world of social platforms, people that think alike and have the same views in things such as lifestyle, politics, and sports can form groups and continue to share their view in their respective group chats. For example, football fans can get into a football community chat group for information regarding their favorite teams. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Adana Arfana binti Sari. My matrix number is UDA 210138. In this video, I would like to address the question of how strong is the environment in which the child is nurtured influence the psychological well-being of a child. A child's early home environment has a profound effect on their well-being. Beginning in infancy, a problematic home environment can disrupt the brain's stress response system, reduce the quality of caregiving a child receives, and interfere with healthy development. Research has linked negative home environments during children's first 3 years within a host of developmental problems, including poorer language development by age 3, later behavior problems, deficits in school readiness, aggression, anxiety, and depression. Longer-term effects have also been documented. A child's early home environment and the skills they learn in the first 2 years have been linked to high school graduation, teen parenthood, adult employment, and earnings. Next, the home environment can even affect a child's brain development. Living in an environment affected by chaos and poverty can lead to changes in the brain stress system that increases a child's vulnerability to chronic disease later in life. Family income and economic well-being are important predictors of children's well-being. In poor and low-income families, the home environment is more likely to be chaotic and parents are more likely to be stressed and unresponsive. They show less sensitivity and provide less cognitive stimulation. Poor children have fewer stimulating experiences and learning materials than higher-income children. The effects are apparent in the first years and often last into adulthood. That is why better educated parents tend to provide more positive home environments, like family income. Parental education is a strong influence on children's home environment. In some research on child outcomes, maternal education is a better predictor than family income. It is clear that economic hardship, low educational attainment, and maternal depression are a widespread threat to our children's health and development. The importance of children's early environment means that reducing and eliminating little gaps in achievement must begin early in life. Effective interventions needs to start long before children reach kindergarten because the earlier the better. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Ahmad Hafizi bin Muhammad Noor. My matrix number is UDA 210103. The topic that I chose to present is suicide as an escape route among both the young and old is increasing. How can this silent epidemic be prevented? In these current times, where world tensions are increasingly getting intense and the pandemic is claiming lives every day, it should not be surprising the fact that suicide is becoming more prevalent. So, how do we prevent suicides? Suicides can be prevented by reminding these suicidal people that they are still loved by someone and wants the better for them. Also, by telling them to call a suicide hotline to receive consultations, doing hobbies in their free times, and finally find someone who you trust to talk to. This way, we surely help those who are victims to those who have suicidal tendencies. That's all for my answers and thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Danish Azri Bebedo Hisham. My matrix number is UDA 210121. So today I will talk about how can the young be empowered to understand the norms in the workforce that follow precedent which dictates punctuality, integrity, empathy, and humility. So at the first I will talk about professionalism because it's important in this manner. So professionalism is a set of characteristics that display your ability to be a hardworking, dependable, and respectful individual in formal settings. Developing and maintaining professional behavior is essential to success in the workplace. The way you conduct yourself, relate to others, and approach tasks all factor into your degree of professionalism. So this includes dressing appropriately, treating others with respect, and maintaining a positive attitude. So another essential aspect of professionalism is humility, or the ability to. Those who exhibit humility are confident without being arrogant and recognize the value others bring to the team. Humility helps people cooperate and work together as a team without one individual considering themselves more important than others. So the humble employees respect their peers, acknowledge others' hard work, and avoid boasting about personal accomplishment. This professional often place greater emphasis on how outcomes affect the entire team rather than themselves. So the young can demonstrate humility in the workplace by seeing ways to help develop others alongside yourself, acknowledging your mistakes, asking for assistance when necessary, and accepting constructive criticism. So for the second one, the young can demonstrate the integrity. Integrity is an important part of professionalism because it assures others that you will always try to do what is right and fair. Those who have a great integrity are honest and ethical at all times. Employees demonstrate integrity by delivering on their promise and taking responsibility for their actions. They take a proactive approach to challenge in the workplace rather than waiting for issues to be discovered. Acting with integrity also means being respectful of all those around you, including CEO workers, supervisors, subordinates, and customers. So, the Yao can demonstrate integrity in the workplace by keeping your word at all times, avoiding workplace gossip, being honest in all your business dealings, and maintaining confidentiality when required. So, I will talk about empathy in the workplace. So, talk about empathy in the workplace to signal its value. Let leaders know that empathy matters. Many managers consider task-oriented skills such as monitoring and planning to be more important in controlling the performance of their team members. So explain that, give your time and attention to the others, foster empathy, which is then enhances your performance and improve your perceived effectiveness. So I will go for the third one. Morale in the workplace is higher when everyone is punctual. When someone chronically late, the natural flow of work is disrupted as other team members adjust to cover for the delay. Employees who are waiting for a change of shift might become agitated and impatient, knowing their replacement is always late. Tension and resentment rise within teams when someone is chronically late, causing the other team member feels a lack of respect. So, the Yao can encouraging punctuality in the workplace. As a business leader, employ successful strategies to promote punctuality. Start with leadership that models the desired behavior by arriving on time to work, meetings, and training. Implement attendance reward along with punishment. Punishment seems standard, but warnings and potential suspension don't always change behavior. So rewarding punctual team members with extra time off or potential bonus positively flips the script. So that's all from me. Thank you.